Ukuhluza, Inkondlo, Isakhiwo Sangaphakathi. Sanibonani, igama lami ngiNgulungile Zondi. Namhlanje sizofunda ngokuhluza inkondlo and we are only focusing kwisakhiwo sangaphakathi. I'll be explaining in both English and Isizulu. Sizobheka izinto ezimbili esizithola kwisakhiwo sangaphakathi. So we are going to focus on two things that we find in the internal structure. Eyokuqala sizobheka ukukhethwa kwamagama, which is diction. Umbhali has to use amagama enticing, words that are interesting, words that draws a person attention, ukuze inkondlo yakhe ifundeke kahle and ibe interesting. Okunye okulandelayo sibheka umoya wenkondlo, ukuthi the time umbhali kade bhala inkondlo yakhe ebengimuphi nomqondo, what situation was he in, ngaba uthando, ngaba ukudabuka. So let us go continue together and then sibone each one. Right, under ukhetho kwamagama, diction sibheka imifanekiso mqondo. Lapha sisebenzisa imizwa, so we use our senses ukuze incwadi ibe nomqondo. So when you're reading your poem and fanele kube nomqondo wokubona, so when you are reading it you have to have an image painted into your mind so that you can be able to imagine what they're talking about. If kuguthi they're talking about an elephant, then you must be able to picture the elephant in your mind. The next one eyokulalela, which is audio. If kuguthi maybe there are umbhalo wakho afake like a song quote, and now also zokwazi ukuthi okay, so this is iculo, how it goes. Maybe in a paragraph as well, a quote regarding a song that I include in the poem. Eyokuhogela, so lana we're talking about the smell. It can be describing food, maybe ukuthi ukudla kunuka kanjani, describe a way that a person smells, describe maybe let's say ukhuluma nature and describe the soil. So anything that makes it, that triggers our senses of smell. The next one eyokunambitha, so it taste. Lana futhi when the author is describing food, and then eyokuthinta, like it's touching texture. So describe something ukuthi maybe is soft or iyasheleleka or iqinile, and the local triggers should trigger your sense of touch. Followed by Izaga. Izaga in English we call them proverbs. Lana, the author is actually playing with words. Instead of saying a simple word, ufaga izaga, proverbs, to make it the poem more interesting. If you look at Idiary Yami, that's a poem by Isizulu and English. In line 43, uthi kumnyama ebusweni benkawu. And lokho, it means ukuthi akazi ukuthi uzokwenza njani, chaza ungazi. So instead of saying angazi ngizokwenza njani, the author chose to use isaga to make ipoem yakhe ibe nesigqi and be more interesting. Then kulandele izisho. Izisho are idioms. So lana we are also playing with words. Instead of just sticking to a simpler way of speaking Isizulu, the author plays with amagama. And again, if you look into the poem Idiary Yami by Isizulu and English, line 8 uthi ziyajulukelwa iziqu. And lokho, it means ukuthi ukusebenza ngokuzimisela, like if you want to achieve a certain qualification, kuyajulukelwa. Ukujuluka is to sweat. So chaza ukuthi effort is needed. And then 23, line 23 uthi silahla umlenze. If you're explaining this literally, it means ukuthi you're throwing your leg. And that doesn't make sense until you explain it. And lokho chaza ukuthi siyadanza. Bese kulandela izifenqo. Ngaphansi kwezifenqo sizobala okune, okuyi-4. So we have isifaniso, in English we call it a simile. We have isingathekiso, which we call a metaphor. We have ihaba, which we call a hyperbole, or abanye they call it a hyperbole, and as whichever way that you want to call it, hyperbole. Bese kuba isihlonipho. I will explain isihlonipho to you when I get there. So let's start with isifaniso. Isifaniso is a simile. In English, you would use a simile when you are saying as big as a rock, as hard as a rock, right? As hard as a rock, as soft as I'm thinking ice cream, as soft as ice cream. So lana isifaniso sisuke senza, we are comparing. So we are comparing izinto ezimbili, and we say ukuthi it's the same as. So amagama esiwasebenzisayo lana, the words that we use under isifaniso, we use okwe, njenge, kuhle kwe, ngathi. So uma sokwenza i-example sithi usisi uyinono njengekati, and in English that means ukuthi my sister is as neat as a cat. Bese siya kwisingathekiso. Isingathekiso is a metaphor, right? Nalana we are also comparing. However, we are not using as. We are saying something engathi iyona. So sifanisa kodwa sifanisa into kodwa into esifanisayo sibiza ngo ngayo. So la kwisifaniso we said usisi uyinono njengekati. And here we're going to say usisi uyikati. So my sister is a cat. And then the next one we use ihaba, where we exaggerate izinto. So we will say ukuthi example usisi mkhulu ugcwala indlu. We actually mean ukuthi my sister is big, she fits the whole house. And if you're trying to imagine that, you're actually seeing somebody as big as a house, yabo. So we're adding ihaba instead of saying ukuthi someone is big boned. Siya adding ihaba manje and making it extra. And then bese kuba ihlonipho. Ihlonipho is when we use polite words instead of amagama that are raw. In Isizulu we find a lot of words that are raw. For example, singathi usisi wami unesandla emalini instead of saying uyantshontsha. If we talk about a king, we will say ukuthi when a king dies, asisho ukuthi inkosi ifile, we say inkosi ilele or inkosi ikhotheme, just so that we don't use amagama that are raw. Ake sibheke ke umoya wenkondlo manje. Umoya wenkondlo sisuke sicaciseleka ngokuthi umbhali wenkondlo usesimeni esinjani, like the situation in which the author is at. Kungaba inkondlo yothando, so the author can be writing about love, can be writing about happiness, can be writing about sadness, can be writing about worry, ukhathazeka, injabulo, ukudumala, uthando, anything that the author wants to focus on. And then bese kuba umqondo wenkondlo. So umqondo wenkondlo, we have a poem that can be deep noma ibe complex. Lana sikubiza ngokuthi umqondo ojulile, when the author writes deep things kwi-poem to a point that you may have to reread inkondlo yakho twice in order for you to understand it. Kanti umqondo osobala, the poem is clear from the beginning. You know what the theme is about until the end. The author talks about, if the author talks about uthando, uzoqala khulume ngothando from the beginning until the end. So that is the internal structure yethu yenkondlo. I will be posting a video external structure, Isakhiwo Sangaphakathi. Please subscribe so that you can be notified on the next video that I post, and have yourself a blessed day.